flew out of Edmonton into YVR, took a quick bus over to the seaplane terminal, and 15 minutes later, flying over the strait, we were landing in Nanaimo. I always enjoy flying into Nanaimo. It's beautiful, it's quick, and our plane lands about 200 yards from where our boat is docked. Never Forever was there and almost ready to go. The yard had done a good job prepping her. We needed to spend a couple of days unloading all of our stuff, making sure all the systems were working, before we took off for our month or so long cruise. We decided to take a little bit of time off and take the dinghy out and test out the motor, have a little fun, and relax before we started our cruise. The first leg was a couple of miles back to the harbor. It was pretty cloudy on the dock when we took off, and it's always a tight squeeze getting out because the angle of the pontoon isn't actually perpendicular. But we made it. And pretty soon we were heading down the short channel to our ultimate destination for the day. You can see as we rounded the corner that the sun came out, and that was pretty much it for the next couple of days. The weather was nice, the harbor was empty. Took the time to do a little bit of hiking, a little bit of resupply, picked up some last minute groceries before we were ready to go. Leg 2 was across the strait and over to one of our favorite places, Smuggler Cove. The weather was pretty good, but unfortunately the wind was down and we basically motor sailed the whole way. We popped out a welcome passage and rounded the rocks and soon found ourselves in Smuggler Cove, and we had it all to ourselves. We decided to stern tie in a different place, down further into the cove than we normally do. Everything went as well as can be expected, but stern tying is never perfect. We spent a day or two rowing around, doing a little bit of hiking, enjoying the sights, but it wasn't our destination, so we didn't linger there too long. Soon enough, leg 3, we upped our anchor and headed to Pender Harbour. We pulled up anchor and motored out of the still empty Smuggler Cove. It was a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. Calm, so unfortunately no sailing, but a great day for just that short little trip. So far the trip wasn't what we expected. There was hardly any winds, there were hardly any boats, and the weather was beautiful and sunny. We have a full enclosure. We don't usually have it all the way up, but the two side panels are nice. They cut the wind and keep us nice and warm and snug. The long entrance to Pender Harbour is always a lot of fun, and like the rest of the trip, there weren't a lot of boats for us to have to worry about. We spotted Oceanus 3 at dock, old friends that we'd met on a previous trip up to the Broughtons. And we headed around the corner and into Garden Bay. Not many boats anchored in Garden Bay. I think there was only one other there. But the permanent moorings are starting to fill up, and so it does seem a little more crowded than it has been in past years. And that's about it for the first part of our trip. The next video will hopefully be a little longer. Hope you enjoy cruising along with us.